This conference will now be recorded.
Thank you. So, you know, you've got unlimited possibilities if you want something different. If you wanted an Easter bag, or you wanted it for a wedding or a birth, a different design for a birthday. Hi, Marilyn.
Hello, I've been here, but I didn't have my camera on.
I noticed.
I'm using my husband's iPad.
Okay. Karen, thank you. If you turned on the recording, thank you. So those are the designs that are available to you. The first thing that you want to stitch out is the back of the bag. And it's when you stitch it out, you have 2 layers of the mesh wash away stabilizer, and then whatever fabric you're using. This is polyester organza, and I stitched it out. Whoop, they're back. And the back is going to, the first thing, has everybody used a cutwork needle?
Nope,
Nope.
nope.
Well, that's the, after you baste the fabric in your hoop, what I've asked you to do is to layer 2 layers of wash away stabilizer, the mesh wash away stabilizer, in your hoop, and then just lay your fabric on top of your hoop and baste around it.
Mhm.
And then you're going to take your thread out of the needle. You're going to take the needle out and you're going to replace it with your cutwork needle. And you want to, come on, chair, move. The cutwork needle that you want to use is the number 4 one, which has the blue.
There.
It has the blue color on it. That's because that's the one that's just straight up and down. Each different cutwork needle is set at a different angle. And what's going to happen with the cutwork needle in these designs is that it's going to cut at buttonholes.
Oh,
So when it's all done, you don't have to cut the buttonholes. They're done for you.
oh, okay.
So you don't have to be afraid that you're going to cut them too much or not enough or whatever. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So you will baste around the design, then you will put your cutwork needle in, and it will make 6 slots in your fabric. And then you will take the cutwork needle out, put your regular needle and thread back in, and it will embroider the buttonhole around the slot that was just cut. And then I've asked you to put the same thread in the bobbin, or on the bobbin as you use on the top for the scallops, so they're pretty when you use the bag. So, and then one more step on the back is that it will show the outline of the bag. So there's only a few steps to the back of the bag. Once it's sewn the outline is the last step of the embroidery sequence. And then you decide which front you want, and you start off with the same steps that you had for the back. The first thing is the cutwork, or is based around the design. Second thing is the cutwork needle, and then it embroiders the buttonholes. Change your bobbin thread so it matches your top thread to embroider the scallops. And then you can go back to your regular bobbin thread and it'll do the design. And then the last thing is that it does the outline of the bag. And since you have used wash away stabilizer, you will need, okay, let me back up. If you have used organza fabric, before you unhoop your design, you want to, while it's in the hoop, you want to use your heat tool and cut your scallops out with your heat tool. Just be sure that you've used rayon thread for your scallops. If you've used other fabric, this fabric is also a polyester fabric, so I was able to use the heat tool to cut the scallops on this one. But if you're using the cotton organdy, you're going to need to cut your scallops by hand because the heat tool won't melt the cotton.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So then once you take it out of the hoop, then you want to trim as much of your stabilizer away that you can. And then you're going to have to rinse out the rest of it. And once you've got the back and the front cut out, rinsed out, and ready to put together, then what I did, there are 3 ways. I gave you 3 options, and actually there's a 4th option, but there's 3 options as to how you want to finish the inside of the bag. And what I like to do is what's called the French seam or the hidden seam.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
So there's no raw edges on the inside of the bag. And it's an enclosed seam. And I have some samples here of the 3 methods that I showed you or told you about. The first one was just to put the right sides of the fabric together, stitch your seam, and then pink the edges. The second option was to put right sides together, sew your seam, and then use one of your overlock stitches on your machine or a serger to contain your raw edge. And then my favorite one is the enclosed seam, where you put wrong sides together, not right sides. You put the wrong sides together first. You sew your seam, and then you trim your seam to like an eighth of an inch. So you have a very narrow seam. Then you're going to turn that fabric so that the right sides are together now. And that little tiny seam that you had is now folded inside, and you take a 1/4 inch seam and it completely encloses that little tiny seam that you made before. That's my favorite way because that, especially on this organza, which ravels like crazy, it makes such a nice clean seam in there. And you can see when I put the piece that's enclosed inside that seam. Okay, and you don't have to cut the buttonholes because that's what your cut work needle did for you. It cut all your buttonholes. You may find a thread or 2 that, if the fabric wasn't in there exactly right, it may have crossed a thread or 2, and you may have to snip a thread or 2 in your buttonhole. But in general, the majority of your buttonhole is cut. All right.
Yep.
Any questions on that?
That's cool.
And like I said, you can use any of the designs that you got, or you can make your own by starting with the back of the bag and then putting whatever you want on the bag. And if you've got the software, I would suggest you doing it in the software so that you can make sure that the outline stitching of the bag is the very last step. You can move things around. Does that make sense?
So Judy,
Okay.
you had said we should treat our organza first. And I think you told us that somewhere. I just read
Yes,
it.
I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing that up, Lee. Yes. The cutwork needle works best on something that's been stiffened. So if you have Best Press or something, spray starch even, or Terral Magic, since you're going to rinse the fabric anyhow to get rid of the stabilizer, that whatever you use as a stiffener will also go away. And yes, so even the nylon and polyester organza will get a little bit stiffer, or like this lining fabric when I sprayed it and ironed it a couple times with Best Press or Terral Magic, it gave it a bit of stiffness. And the cutwork needle is going to work a whole lot better if your fabric is slightly stiff. So yes, Lee, that's the first step would be to treat your fabrics.
I am kind of afraid to iron it, though. I don't have any idea what the material is.
Well, you've got the stuff that looks like this bag, right?
I do, but I'm kind of afraid to put an iron on it, so.
Use a press cloth.
What?
Use a press cloth or a Teflon sheet.
Okay. And maybe the medium heat
Between it and
then?
the iron.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So pick your design, stabilize your fabric, and ask me questions.
Judy, is the Aqua Magic okay?
For the stabilizer, Aqua Magic, yes, that's wonderful. That's perfect.
Yes. Okay.
But you want 2 layers of it, Judy.
Okay.
Robinson Anton is rayon, right?
Yes, yes, it
But
is.
the embellish is not rayon.
Depends on what embellish that you have.
The matte kind.
No, it's poly.
It's poly. Okay, so don't use that. Thank you.
Don't use that for the scallops. You can use it any place else, but if you're going to use the heat tool to cut your scallops, please don't use polyester. I messed up and did use polyester on something I did, and I hated myself afterwards.
Thanks for the warning.
Because it'll melt. And the instructions to create the designs for the bag was in a magazine last August, no, July, August 2019. But there was an article in there that had the instructions using Premier 2 Plus as to how to create the bag. So that's where the design came from.
Cool.
Let's put something besides my keyboard on the camera. Judy, don't forget to use best press or something on your fabric before you start to embroider.
I did that already. Yeah,
Well, you're
I
good.
did that.
Thank you.
Finally, I'm getting a little bit better organized.
Well, let me know how you did that because I could use it.
I have a whole trunk full of stabilizers over here, and I finally labeled plastic bags and sorted them out. So I have every kind you can imagine, but you know, I couldn't
good.
find anything.
So now you don't have an excuse for not knowing what you have, right?
That's right.
Peggy, you okay? Since I can't see you.
Judy Evans. Judy,
Yeah?
could you
Yes.
please turn your microphone off?
Oh, Judy Evans.
Yes, Judy Evans.
Can you mute your
Okay.
microphone, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rosie,
Yeah.
can I ask you to mute your microphone, please?
You asked me to do what?
To turn your microphone off until we need to talk. 'Cause
Okay.
it's picking up all the noise.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. need to see my phone. Not that one. What's this? Yeah. Okay. Move you. That's interesting.
Judy,
Yeah, Marilyn.
when you made the hearts, did you use the same color for all of the hearts?
For these, the
Pardon?
lake heart here.
Yes. Okay.
Actually,
You made the
uh,
middle white.
the middle is, I did the lattice part in white,
Okay.
and the dots are in pink.
Yeah.
And then the middle and the outer heart are like a mint color.
Kind of. Okay, so they're kind of the same
And I
color.
did the scallops are that same mint color.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I was trying to
That makes,
figure out how
can
I
you see
wanted to
that
do it. I
better?
was going to do yours. Okay. Yeah, because
And
I'm using a gray background, and I just made the scallops gray, and then I was going to use some blues for the heart and pink probably.
uh-huh.
Okay.
And actually, if you didn't want that lattice part in there, you could just skip that.
Well, okay.
It's
All
it's
right.
it's up to you,
Yeah. Yeah, we can change it. I just kind of want to see what yours look like because I was trying to figure out what colors I wanted to use.
Okay, does this help if you can see it closer?
Yeah, I kind of like that lattice in the back. That's kind of cool. Okay. All right.
All
Give me
right,
an idea. Thanks.
sure. I did forget to mention that this one that I put the pink paper in so you could see the design. These outer scallop circles are done with a wing needle. So that's another little difference. And that if you do this and you use the wing needle, be aware that your needle threader will not thread the wing needle. You have to thread it by hand, and I put that in the instructions. Okay.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And that's beautiful. That's a good idea. So the fun is that we can use different needles too with our embroidery machine.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I want to know what you all think about being able to use the cutwork needles to cut the buttonholes.
I'm starting it right now. We'll find out.
Okay, it looks like it's doing nothing, so don't be surprised when you don't see a whole lot. But if you touch them, you'll find out they really are cut. Just be careful. Those needles, those cutwork needles are sharp.
Yeah, because I don't have any of the cut work needles, so I was going to do the rest and then get one and do it at the end because since I have two hoops, one for the front and one for the back.
Um,
Can I do it after? Can I do that last?
if
Since I
you're
don't.
gonna if you're gonna do it last, I would put some fray block or fray check on your buttonholes before I do it in case they aren't perfectly lined up and it happens to cut some of your buttonhole, or just skip the buttonhole period and do the cutwork needle and the buttonholes later.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do
Okay, yeah, just
because I thought.
not do the embroidery until you do the cutwork needle.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do the rest of it and then do that at the end.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Okay, thanks.
I would have thought one of the machines you had came with cutwork needles.
I know, I thought I did too, but I can't find one. No, I don't see one, so
Yeah, the package looks like this.
Yeah, because I thought I did a class with them when we did those leather purse things. I thought that used one, but that must have been a different needle. So I'll have to get one.
No, we did use the cut work needles when we made that purse with all the flowers on the front of it.
Yeah, and I can't
And
find.
the needles came with the original Epic, I think.
I don't know where they are. I'll have to look because I just,
Richard's probably using them for chisels or something.
yeah, probably. Because I just got these instructions this morning, and so I'll do that part, and then I'll look for the needle. And if I don't, I'll have to get some because I don't know where they have gone.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
worst comes to worst, you can always embroider the buttonholes and then cut them with a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Or a
Okay.
ripper. All righty,
All right. Thanks.
sure.
Judy, there's not a way to thread the cut work needle, is there?
You don't use thread, hon. You take the thread out on the needle.
Thank you. I was like, no, this isn't working. Thanks.
No problem. Its only purpose is to cut, not to sew. But you don't have to take the bobbin thread out. It's perfectly happy.
Thank you, because yeah, I didn't do that. So thank you.
Because I think if you take the bobbin thread out, you'll get the message that you're out of bobbin thread. So just leave the bobbin in there. Is it working, Lee?
Yes, I'm doing the buttonhole outside now.
Oh,
Thanks.
cool. Everybody else okay? Any questions? Susie, thank you. You okay, Judy? Nod your head, yes? Okay. I mean, it's not. You okay, Judy?
I'm fine. I think I'm going to break now because I'm going to have to burn this scallop, with the tool.
Yeah.
So was there anything else today or should
No,
I?
do you have any questions about doing the front or putting it together?
No, I don't.
Okay, I did, after I had sewn the first seam, putting the bag together, I did go in and take out the outline stitches.
Okay.
So you might want to do that.
Because they could show or whatever, huh?
Yes, yes, but they're
Okay.
certainly handy to get it lined up.
Okay. Do you know what we'll be doing next time?
No, I'm sitting here trying to think and not doing real well. You got any suggestions? I'll be glad to hear them.
No, but it's too late now, but last night I was looking online and I saw, our hot pads. Well, they had made one with an egg.
Oh,
It was cute. So,
yeah, well, remember that for next year and remind me about January, okay?
okay. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.
All right, thank you for being here. Our
Oh,
workbook class on
yes,
was actually 2 weeks from tomorrow, I believe.
okay,
Will be more on the laser pictogram stitches.
okay. That'll be
Okay?
fine.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
Thank
Bye.
you for being here. Have a good day and
Okay.
happy Easter.
Well, same to you, Judy. All
Okay.
right. I hope we'll be able to get together sometime.
One of these days we will.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thanks.
Where are you now, Lee?
I'm starting the second side, the front. I'm
Oh,
going to do
fantastic.
one,
Fantastic.
the one you have Carol on there. I'm doing that one.
Oh, are you?
Uh-huh.
I
I
really like that design.
Me too. It's beautiful. I really like all of them, but those two, of course, flowers, I always like flowers. So I'll do that other cut work. Now, what'd you call it? Wing needle one too. That would be fun.
Yeah, and you could get into the software and take those flowers out and put an initial in there or
Oh,
put
I like that. It's pretty that way. I have so
different.
much organza probably from one of the classes you did in the past. So it's great to use it.
Well, it's handy to have.
When I first started all this, I had nothing. And then the classes would be so frustrating because I'd have to go buy all this stuff. But now I have everything, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah. You don't have to run get stuff, right?
Exactly.
Well, good.
Thanks.
Are you putting anything down at the bottom of your bag?
I might put my sister's name because her birthday's in May. So I might
Okay.
put her name on it. Gip, yeah. Gippy. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Or initials.
yeah. I like the font you used for Carol. It's very pretty.
Thank you. I'm not, it might be Andina because I did it in the software.
Software, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll probably just use the machine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one in there that'll work.
Yep. Thank
Good.
you.
I want to see it when you're done.
Okay, I don't like having my picture on because when these are being recorded and they're on YouTube, then
Yeah.
when I've looked at them, it's just the people you see. You don't see your screen. So
Really?
that's why I don't really like having my picture on at this point. I'm like, well, so anyway, I don't know what the deal is, but that's what I've noticed. So anyway, bye.
That's fine. Thanks. Marilyn, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, which one are you making? You're doing the heart, right?
I'm making whoops. I'm making the ones with the hearts.
Okay.
So I've got the bigger hearts going, so I think gonna have a couple more things to go. So I'll show you when I'm done.
Okay, Susie, hi. Your mic's off, honey. Turn your mic on. There you go.
I'm doing a front too, and I'm doing the one with the flowers.
Okay.
Um,
Like this purple one?
yes, I'm not real excited about the green that I got, but I found the one I wanted after the fact, so we're ignoring that. But
Okay.
you know, but yeah, it's coming along. It'll be interesting. I always have this little bit of worry with those cutting the buttonholes, and how does it know to get it really right on the cut? But I'm sure it'll work out.
It's amazing. It comes out really, really good.
Oh, good.
What fabric are you using for your
I'm just
bag?
using it's a white on white, but it's just a cotton.
Okay, so that you'll end up having to cut your scallops by hand.
Yes.
Okay, just,
Something to do in front of the TV tonight.
yeah, put some fray check or fray block or whatever on them
Right.
first. Let them get good and dry, or iron it dry.
Okay. Yeah. I'm doing the flowers right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to see everybody's when they're done.
I'm sorry, were you still talking to me?
I just said I want to see everybody's.
Yes.
Judy, when we do the French seams, do we cut an extra ½ inch around instead of a
Uh,
quarter?
I have to stop and think what I did. You're making me hurt my head.
You probably told us in instructions.
That's okay. Well, you want your real seam, you want your final seam to be just inside of the bag outline. So you need a 1/4 inch. Yes, if you would cut a ½ inch outside and let's see, let me find my instructions and see how I said that in there. How I said to do that. I may need to amend that. Let's see, bag front, I printed these funny.
I'm just placing it in the hoop, so I'm thinking, how much extra seam do I need here?
Good thought. Right, I didn't tell you that in the instructions. Yes, I would, on your first seam,
Yes,
I'm thinking, sorry.
that's okay.
You want your final one just inside. Okay. I'll be back to you in a minute here.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my machine on, so I'm turning the mic off.
Okay, that's fine. You'll hear me. So I need a 1/4 inch here. 1/4 inch. Okay, no, you want your final seam 1/4 inch. Okay, Lee, actually, I did not trim before I made my first seam. I didn't trim my fabrics. I just left the, whatever excess was on the outside of it. But excuse me, I sewed my first seam a 1/4 inch outside of the bag outline.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. And then trimmed the seam allowance to the outside of that to 1/8 inch.
Okay,
And then when I folded it inside, I could stitch right inside the bag outline for my 1/4 inch seam.
okay, thank you, that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. And I will get the instructions updated and resend them.
We really can just write it on there. It's fine.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's people who got the instructions who may not show up at class.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like you to everybody to have the corrected ones, okay?
Well, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Sorry I didn't do it.
You do a
I had-
remarkable job. These instructions are so clear.
Well, thank you. I try to write instructions like I would like to get them if I were in class.
We can tell. Can you tell us why we have different needles, the cut work needles? Why are they different sizes? And you know,
They're not different sizes. If you look at the, what did I do with my little package of them? Marilyn's got them, I think. They are at, the points of them are at different angles.
oh, okay.
Okay, so if you're cutting something that's curved, then you've got one, I think you've got one that goes straight across when you have it in the machine and you
Okay.
look at the end of it, the
Uh-huh.
blade goes straight across. The one you use today is straight up and down. So it makes a straight line up and down.
Okay.
All right, does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm looking at them. That interesting.
They're
Thanks
at
for
different
explaining.
angles. Each one has and there are many cutwork designs which will use even all four of them, depending on the design and the angle that it needs to cut the fabric.
Interesting. Sounds
Yeah.
like complicated designs.
I don't know what kind of mindset people have that come up with these things.
But
I
you
know there
designed
are.
all of these.
Pardon?
You designed all these, didn't you? These
No.
whole lesson?
No, I didn't design the cutwork needles or the concept of them.
No, I'm talking about just today's lesson though. You designed all that, right?
Well, I did it. Oh, here's my needles. I set up the bag instructions based on the article that was in this
Mhm.
magazine. And actually, the buttonholes are in the super designs in the software
Oh, okay.
with the cutwork needle in them.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that was interesting to learn that they have those, already built in to the super designs.
Well, that's good to know. You're talking about My Sonnet or you're talking about Premiere?
I'm talking about my Sonnet. Well, they were in Premiere also,
Okay.
because
is
the article was written for Premiere Plus too.
Okay. And then the other needles, the wing needles, was that something that was already pre-designed also?
The wing needle, that's a design that is in the machine.
Interesting.
And
Which
wing
machine?
needles have been around for ever.
Right. But to have them in embroidery is unusual. I've never seen that before.
Let me look here real quick. I'm pretty sure that is if you look, I mean, the ones that are in you can Google or search in My Sonnet library and you
Okay.
will find a lot of, just search for wing needle. And, there are some built into the machine. I'm looking in the book and I'm seeing some that are already built into the machine.
Huh.
I mean, just like they have some built into the machine for the felting needles and cut work needles and the wing needles. They're all in, they're there. Plus being, I know there are more and more all the time in the MySewNet library.
I'm looking here. Oh my goodness, there are a whole bunch of them.
Were you in the library?
Uh-huh. It's incredible. See how many there are. Oh, let's see, no, these aren't. I think it took all the wings, not just wing needle.
Yeah, their search engine is not
Yeah.
real sophisticated, shall I say?
No, it did both floral, wings, and needle.
I see.
But the top ones are wing needle. Let's see.
Yeah. They usually start out pretty specific and then they kind of wander off.
See, there are. Okay. No, this is wing needle. Let's see this one. Okay, it looks like they're 21. Wing and diamond. No, that's not. Anyway, they're 19 or 20, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and there will be more, I'm sure.
Yeah, great.
Yes, Miss Marilyn.
Turn my
I'm
machine.
done.
Oh, how pretty. Look, ladies. Miss Marilyn is got her hearts made.
I just
Go
have to-
again, Marilyn.
What?
Hold
Go
it up
again.
again, please. Thank you.
Beautiful. Look at that. So nice.
You got to talk when you show, or it cuts out.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are pretty easy to do. I just have to get my cut needles and do that. So I'm gonna go because I gotta get ready for Easter for tomorrow.
Tomorrow's not
See
Easter.
everybody.
I know, but all our kids, that's the only time they can come tomorrow night. It'll be the first time all 15 of us have been together for over a year.
Hmm.
Oh, how fun.
Enjoy.
We've seen them individually, but we haven't all been together. So some of them are leaving on Sunday to go to our husbands are going to the Masters to see the preliminary round on Tuesday and come back Wednesday. So they're leaving on Sunday. So we're having it tomorrow night after soccer and everything else.
We'll have a good time. Be safe and enjoy.
All right, we will, because I think most of us have had our shots.
Good. Thank you for
Bye.
being here
Bye,
today.
Marilyn. Happy Easter.
Thanks. Happy Easter. Let's see.
Same to you. Sue, is yours going okay, hon? Just wave or holler. Your mic is still on.
Yeah, I gotta leave. I don't know how.
Oh, if you go down, well, let's see. Wake up. If you all the way down at the bottom,
Yeah. Okay. Oops.
I have a red circle with an X in it that says leave.
Okay, now I gotta get back to where I was to leave. It's on my husband's iPad, so it's like I'm not sure how to do this.
Oh, okay. On an iPad, I don't remember.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Well, I may leave.
Just turn it off.
Well, I closed it and I can still hear you talking.
Oh,
Let's see.
but if you turn the iPad off,
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, because on my computer it has, oh, there we go. All right, I found it. All right, bye.
bye, happy Easter.
Well, our machine doesn't know when it doesn't have a needle. Isn't that amazing? I didn't put the needle back in after the cutwork needle.
Well, they're not near as smart as you think they are, huh?
Yeah.
It knows when it doesn't have thread, but
Yeah.
yes, Miss Dear Susie.
Okay, I'm gonna, my colors were really kind of ugly, and so I am going back over the scallop and the buttonholes to change them, which is working pretty good to cover it up, except for my very first buttonhole, which it got jammed
Oh, yeah.
on, so it's not totally, but it'll be okay.
Oh, nice. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Are you going to put something down in the bottom of it, like a name or an initial or something?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
You know,
To be
we
determined, right?
can't far ahead on this.
Well, is it something you think you enjoy?
Yes, this was fun.
I mean,
And
you can use it
actually,
for
I think
lots of stuff.
from some of our previous classes, I think some of those designs or some that we've combined would be fun to put on there too. So I may play with that.
Okay, well, you've got the back as a blank canvas, so go
Right.
for it.
Okay. Thank you, Judy. As always, you're a jewel.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I
Bye.
hope you have a
Sky.
happy Easter and that your elevator parts show up.
Oh yeah. It's I'm trying to be patient. Getting more difficult, but I'm trying to be patient.
Just hope that it wasn't stuck in the Suez Canal.
Oh, I know. I just, well, the last I heard, the shipping was all messed up because of apparently Texas is the hub of shipping. And because of the cold snap and all the problems they had earlier, that caused problems with shipping and it just snowballs from there.
Well,
So soon though, I hope.
before the end of the year. For some reason, your audio went off. Your mic's not muted, but now you're frozen.
Judy, it looks like everyone's getting off, so I'm doing well. I'm not done though, so I'm still working on it.
Are you okay with what you have?
I am. I'm just working on the front part here.
Okay, and
Thank you.
are you okay with the finishing part of it?
Yeah, I am. Thanks for explaining that to me. That helped.
Okay, thanks for asking.
Fun creations once again.
Well, enjoy, have fun,
Thank
and
you. Happy Easter. I have had the pillow on my bed this whole time. I just love that pillow. It's so cute. The bunny rabbit pillow. I didn't even give it away. I just kept it.
I'm glad.
So thank you. It's been very cheerful.
All right. Don't forget the workbook classes.
Yes, I have them on my calendar. Looking
All
forward
right,
to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that's pretty much everybody. Peggy, you okay if we shut down? Karen, if you can hear me, if you can stop the recording. Okay, I'll just text Carol. Okay, I'm gonna leave.